Some places don't shout for your attention, they whisper, inviting you to lean in, to listen closely to the stories carried on the wind and woven into the land itself. They draw you in with a promise of wonder, a sense that something extraordinary is waiting just beyond the horizon, if only you're willing to seek it out. Tanzania is one such place, a land that quietly beckons, its beauty revealed to those who take the time to truly see. It conjures images of endless golden plains stretching beneath a vast sky, turquoise waters lapping at white sand shores, and sunsets that set the world ablaze with color. Its history is as rich and layered as the spices that fill the air in Zanzibar's bustling markets, each scent telling a story of trade, culture, and tradition. Before I arrived, I imagined lions roaring in the velvet darkness, rain falling on parched earth, and the land coming alive with the promise of a new day. I pictured the taste of salt on the breeze, the rhythmic crash of waves on Zanzibar's shores, and the gentle sway of palm trees under the African sun. Tanzania is a living storybook, its pages filled with wild creatures roaming free, resilient people whose traditions endure, and a spirit that feels both ancient and alive. Its landscapes are vast and humbling, from the breathtaking Ngorongoro crater to the endless Serengeti, each vista reminding you of nature's power and beauty. Here, nature's drama unfolds as it has for millennia, a place where you feel the pulse of the continent itself. The Serengeti's wild spectacle and Zanzibar's tranquil paradise are just the beginning of what Tanzania has to offer. Together, they offer the full spectrum of East Africa's magic, from the thundering herds of wildebeest to the quiet majesty of Mount Kilimanjaro at sunrise. This journey wasn't about ticking boxes or collecting souvenirs. It was about immersing myself in a world so different from my own, opening my heart to new experiences, and letting Tanzania's spirit leave its mark on me. I set out for Tanzania with hope and curiosity, knowing I would not return the same, and eager to discover the stories waiting to be told. As our small plane descended into the Serengeti, the vastness below was overwhelming, an endless sea of gold and green stretching as far as the eye could see. The landscape seemed to ripple in the afternoon light, promising adventure and mystery with every shadow and shimmer. From above, the Serengeti looked almost abstract, a living canvas painted with the colors of the wild. Stepping onto the airstrip, the warm, earthy air and profound silence made it feel like another world. The only sounds were the distant calls of birds and the soft crunch of gravel beneath our feet. The air was thick with the scent of dry grass and sun-baked earth, instantly grounding us in this ancient place. Our guide Joseph greeted us with a smile as wide as the plains, instantly putting us at ease. His presence radiated warmth and knowledge, and his stories about the land and its creatures began to paint vivid pictures in our minds before we'd even left the airstrip. The landscape was simple, yet grand, dotted with acacia trees silhouetted against a brilliant blue sky. Each tree stood like a sentinel, shaped by wind and time, their branches reaching out as if to welcome us. The horizon seemed to go on forever, making us feel both small and incredibly alive. Almost immediately we spotted a family of giraffes, moving with slow-motion grace, unbothered by our presence. Their long necks swayed gently as they grazed, blending seamlessly into the golden grass. It was mesmerizing to watch these gentle giants so at home in their world. Seeing them in their home, not behind glass, was pure joy. A reminder that we were privileged guests here. The sense of awe was palpable among us, as if we'd stumbled into a secret world that had existed long before our arrival, and would continue long after we'd gone. Every turn brought new wonders, zebras, antelope, and the ever-changing light of the savanna. The animals moved in harmony with the land, their patterns and colors blending into the landscape. It felt as if the entire plain was alive, each moment offering a new discovery. That evening the sky exploded in fiery colors as the sun set, and the sounds of the bush came alive. The air cooled and the horizon glowed, painting everything in shades of orange, pink, and purple. It was a sunset unlike any I'd ever seen, a daily miracle that felt both timeless and fleeting. We paused, listening to hyenas, insects, and the wind, a wild symphony. The night was alive with sounds both familiar and strange, each one a reminder of the untamed world just beyond the glow of our campfire. It was both exhilarating and humbling to be surrounded by such raw nature. The Serengeti had already captured my heart. In just a few hours it had awakened a sense of wonder and gratitude within me, a feeling that I was part of something much greater, something wild and beautiful that would stay with me forever. Witnessing the Great Migration is to see Africa's heartbeat in motion. We were lucky. Herds of wildebeest and zebra stretched across the horizon, a living river driven by ancient instinct. The thunder of hooves vibrated through the air, the sheer number of animals beyond comprehension. Wildebeest marched with determination, zebras alert for danger, a society on the move. We watched from a respectful distance, mesmerized by the scale and raw power of nature. Predators lurked nearby, lions lounging, a cheetah scanning from a termite mound, tension thick in the air. This was not cruelty but the perfect, brutal balance of the wild. The migration is a reminder of our smallness and the ancient cycles that endure. It's not a show for tourists, it's survival, raw and real. The Great Migration imprints itself on your soul. Beyond the migration spectacle, the Serengeti's soul reveals itself in quieter moments, moments that often go unnoticed, yet are just as profound. Here, the land breathes with a rhythm all its own, inviting us to slow down and truly observe. A lilac-breasted roller flashes color on a branch, its feathers shimmer in the morning light, a living jewel against the endless sky. For a brief instant the world seems to pause, captivated by this small miracle of nature. Nearby, an elephant family moves with gentle wisdom. Their slow, deliberate steps leave imprints in the soft earth, a silent testament to generations that have roamed these plains. The matriarch leads, her presence both commanding and nurturing, guiding her young through the golden grass. We watched a leopard drape itself over an acacia branch, the epitome of feline grace and power. Its tail flicks lazily, eyes half closed yet alert to every sound. In this moment, predator and landscape merge, embodying the wild's quiet strength. These moments highlight the intricate web of life. Every creature from the smallest insect to the largest mammal is connected. The Serengeti is a living tapestry, woven from countless interactions and delicate balances. From dung beetle to lion, each plays a role. The beetle's tireless work recycles nutrients, while the lion's presence shapes the behavior of the herds. Every life, no matter how humble or mighty, is essential to the whole. The landscape is dotted with kopjes, ancient granite outcrops that rise from the plains like islands. These rocky sanctuaries offer shelter to elusive creatures and vantage points for predators, their weathered surfaces holding stories of millennia. Climbing one at sunset, the world felt infinite, grass and sky stretching forever in every direction. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the air changed, and the Serengeti transformed. Nights brought new sounds, hyenas whooping in the distance, lions roaring their dominance, crickets filling the darkness with their steady chorus. The wild never truly sleeps. Lying in my tent, I felt thrillingly close to the wild, under a canopy of stars so bright they seemed to pulse with life. The night air was alive with possibility, every sound a reminder that I was a guest in this ancient land. The savanna's true soul is found in these moments of quiet wonder when the world is hushed and the first light of dawn reveals the beauty of a new day. Here, time slows, and the heart of the Serengeti beats strong and steady. Here the wild feels both eternal and intimate. Every track in the dust, every fleeting glance between animals, tells a story of survival and connection. The Serengeti's magic lingers long after the sun sets, echoing in memory and in the promise of another day on these timeless plains. No Serengeti journey is complete without meeting the Maasai, whose culture is woven into the land. We visited a Maasai village, greeted as guests, not tourists, by people draped in vibrant shukas. The men performed the adumu, leaping high in a display of strength while women sang in rhythmic harmony. Inside a Maasai home we learned about their traditions and deep connection to cattle and land. Their resilience and pride were palpable, a culture thriving alongside the wild. The Maasai are guardians of this land, living sustainably with wildlife for generations. This encounter was a powerful reminder, the true beauty of a place is found in its people. Leaving the Serengeti felt like closing a chapter, but Zanzibar awaited, a world transformed. The ochre plains gave way to turquoise seas and white sand beaches, the air fragrant with cloves and salt. On the island's eastern coast, life slowed to the rhythm of the tide. Fishermen tended seaweed farms, children played along the shore, and peace settled over everything. Days passed in a sun-drenched haze, walking the beach, collecting shells and sailing on a dhow. The dhow's captain pointed out coral reefs teeming with life, connecting me to centuries of maritime history. Each sunset painted the sky in brilliant hues as dramatic as any Serengeti dusk. The transition from wild savanna to tranquil ocean was a journey for the soul. Zanzibar was not just a place to rest, but an adventure in itself. Here, beauty, history, and peace gently unfolded. From the beaches we ventured into Stone Town, the heart of Zanzibar, alive with history and culture. Its narrow, winding streets reveal hidden courtyards, bustling markets, and intricately carved doors, each telling a story. Wandering the maze-like alleys, my senses were overwhelmed by the aroma of spices, street food, and incense. The city's coral stone buildings show the beautiful decay of time, adding to its mysterious charm. Stone Town's history is complex, once a center of the spice and slave trades. Visiting the old slave market, now an Anglican cathedral, was a sobering reminder of the island's past. Yet Stone Town pulses with resilience and life, especially as the Forodani Gardens transform into a lively food market at sunset. Here, locals and visitors gather to feast and celebrate community. Exploring Stone Town was like peeling back the layers of a living story. Zanzibar's soul is found in its spices, and a visit to a spice farm is essential. In the island's lush interior, the air is fragrant with cloves, cinnamon, and cardamom. Our guide brought the spices to life, crushing leaves, offering cinnamon bark, and painting our lips with annatto seeds. We saw peppercorns on the vine, cloves drying in the sun, and nutmeg in its vibrant red fruit. The tour was interactive and joyful, connecting us to the island's economic and cultural history. The spice trade shaped Zanzibar's architecture, cuisine, and cosmopolitan spirit. Lunch was a feast of Swahili dishes, each bite rich with the flavors we'd just discovered. The spice farm was the heart of Zanzibar, a vibrant, fragrant symphony. As my time in Tanzania ended, I reflected on how deeply the journey had changed me. From the Serengeti's wild power to Zanzibar's gentle shores, I'd witnessed a spectrum of beauty that was both humbling and exhilarating. The memories I carry are not just images but feelings. The thunder of hooves, the warmth of the sun, the scent of spices. This journey reminded me of the magic that exists in the world, and our responsibility to protect it. The most meaningful moments were those of connection, with Maasai elders, dhow captains, and local families. Adventures like these foster understanding and inspire us to explore with open hearts. Tanzania's wild beauty is a treasure, a living testament to the enduring power of nature and culture. My journey ended, but a new appreciation for the world had just begun.